It's been yet another very solid year for Nike SB. The SB Dunk Low has proven to be resilient even through trend cycles. While regular Nike Dunks have definitely come and gone, SB Dunks continue to be very sought after thanks to some very well executed pairs. Before the year ends, we have been blessed with yet another absolute banger from Nike SB, and in this video I'll be reviewing the Nike SB Dunk Low Aprril Skateboards. So these sneakers released worldwide on November the 28th on the Sneakers app as well as several local skate shops. And for this release, something happened to me that has never happened before. I actually got a pair of SB Dunks from the Nike Sneakers app. That's crazy because in the past I mentally prepare for L's on the Nike Sneakers app every time there's an SB release. And I also have no chance of winning skate shop raffles, so I always end up paying resale for SB releases. However, I can't complain, I got pretty lucky even though I heard that the stock numbers for this pair were ridiculously low, especially in Europe, so I'm very happy with this W. So let's talk about the brand behind this collab, Aprril Skateboards. It was founded by Australian skateboarder Shane O'Neil, who I guess is somewhat of a skateboarding prodigy. He was signed to Nike at just 14 years old, and in 2019 he decided to start his own skateboarding brand called Aprril Skateboards. It was on May 15, 2019 to be exact, because you can see that date underneath the tongue of the sneaker. From what I can tell, the brand doesn't really have a physical store, they do all their business online. And even though they have only been around for 4 years, if you look at their skateboarding team, it's pretty much an all-star team of skateboarders, featuring the likes of Yuto Haragome, Guy Mariano, and Olympic medalist Reza Leal. But let's get into the shoes now, starting off with the box. So you do get a standard Nike SB box here, which nowadays comes in that cream and gray color. And I know it's hard to see this on camera, but you also get this Nike SB sticker, which comes along with pretty much every pair of Dunks these days. And after seeing the shoes in hand, I immediately had flashbacks to one of my biggest sneaker regrets, and that was selling my pair of the Jordan 1 High Turbo Green a few years ago. I still think about how big of a mistake that was, because that was simply one of my favorite colorways of the Jordan 1 to release over the last several years. And you get that same turbo green color on this SB Dunk Low as well, and I have to say, on this model, this colorway looks really nice. The pair also kind of reminds me a little bit of those Sean Cliver Dunks from a few years ago. Just this overall vibe of the colors and materials that the shoe gives me is that this is one icy shoe. I mean, these are fresh. There's quite a few materials on the sneakers, starting off with the green sections of the shoe, which are done in a rough suede. And if you look at the stitching on these sections too, you'll see that they do provide a nice contrast. There's like a darker tone of green being used there. I think we saw pretty much identical stitching as well on the turbo green Jordan 1s. You get some nice white tumble leather on the toe box, which does feel really soft. And moving on to the nicest looking section of the shoe, of course, which is on the lateral and medial sides, where you see this very nice chrome swoosh, looking super clean. And I have to say, what I really like about these swooshes is the size. The swoosh that you get here is actually a bit smaller than you typically get on SB Dunks, and also on SB Dunk Lows you normally have a swoosh that goes all along the back. But I really like the unique shape of the swooshes on this sneaker. It really makes the shoe stand out to me. The mid panels of the shoe are done in what seems like a woven material that I have to say feels a lot more durable than mesh. If there was actually mesh being used here, then I would be a bit concerned if I was skating in these. However, it seems like this material is a lot more durable. On the heel of the sneaker, you see that Aprril Skateboards logo, which is done in the font of the brand. You have a white tumble leather panel on the heel with the Aprril Skateboards logo. However, this time it's done in chrome lettering. It says Aprril on the left pair and Nike on the right, and both of them are done in the font of Aprril Skateboards. The tongue on this sneaker is quite interesting as well. It's actually a mesh tongue. However, it seems to be covered in some synthetic material, which is good because I feel like if you're skating in these, now this tongue will get a lot less dirtier. The tabs on the tongue are made out of leather. You have the Nike SB logo done in metallic silver lettering on the right pair, and on the left one you have the Aprril Skateboards A logo. Also, I really like the laces on the sneaker because they come with these chrome tips, which adds just one more little pop of iciness on the shoe. I know that's not a word, but you get what I'm saying. You also get a pair of extra laces, which are just some basic white SB laces that have plastic tips, and honestly I don't know why you'd want to use those. Definitely keeping the chrome tip laces on my pair. And just in case you were wondering what was the inspiration behind all these chrome details on the sneaker, well, one of the most popular designs from the Aprril skateboard brand is the chrome rose. You see that on a lot of their skate decks, and you can also see it on the insole of the sneaker where it's done really nicely here. It features the chrome rose on a sunset background. As always, you gotta love Nike SB for all the details they put into their SB dunks. The outsole of this sneaker is done in an icy blue, and I know a lot of people are not gonna like that, but let's be honest, is there a more perfect outsole for the sneaker than an icy blue outsole? That's exactly what this sneaker needed. I don't think any other outsole would have worked here. Yes, this icy blue outsole is going to yellow over time. I personally think it was the perfect choice here, but let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? On the outsole, you see another image of that same chrome rose that goes all along the outsole. For sizing on these, so with all SB dunks, I always suggest to go up a half size than your regular dunk size, and that is primarily because of the tongue on this sneaker. The tongues are quite thicker. I wear a size 11 in all normal dunks, however in SB dunks I wear an 11.5. To give you guys some reference with some other Nike sneakers, I wear a 10.5 in Air Force Ones, I wear an 11 in Jordan 1s and Jordan 3s as well as 4s, and I also wear a size 11 in Air Maxes as well as Vomeros. I just looked up what these are going for right now on the resale market. Seems like it's clearly one of the most popular dunks to release this year because these are some pretty high prices. I mean, just look at these shoes, guys. Definitely a lot of people are gonna want these, so I do expect that prices on these are gonna continue going up over time. I would suggest that if you missed out on these, to cop them sooner than later. To me, this is just not just any regular SB dunk. It's a very unique looking dunk. We don't typically see chrome details on SBs, so I just feel like a lot of people are gonna want this shoe whether or not they skate. Overall, for me, the Nike SB Dunk Low Aprril Skateboards I think is one of the best looking SB dunks to drop this year. There's actually been so many good SB dunks this year, it's kind of crazy. While there might have been better SB dunks this year in terms of storytelling, if I'm just talking about the visuals, just the looks, this is one of my favorite looking pairs. And I know you guys in the comments right now are gonna absolutely flame me for saying this, but I feel like these shoes are almost too clean to be skated in. Like, I would hate to get these dirty. I know SB dunks are meant to be skated in, but I just would not want to ruin these. These are just too clean. But do let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts about this sneaker? Is this also for you one of your favorite SB dunks to drop this year? If you haven't already done so, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, guys, because I'm dropping content very consistently every single week, and if you love sneakers, this is the channel for you. The platform where I am the most active nowadays is actually Instagram, so make sure you're following me on there. And while you're at it, if you're looking for some listening content, make sure you follow the Kickback Pod. All of these links are in the description as well. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel and for watching this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.